Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis. My name's Andy, and today I'm going to do you a what's in the box kit review for my AIRFIX 172 MESSERSCHMITT BF110C-2 or C4, which is kit number A03080. And as you can see, I got this from my local hobby shop, Chester Model Centre. Well, I did actually buy this about 2 or 3 years ago when I kind of had a thought about making some models and never really got round to it. Now, for the eagle-eyed of you, you might actually notice that I've actually done a kit review for this one before. It was actually the third kit review I did, and I did intend it to be the third model that I was going to construct, but I never got round to it because I felt it was a little bit too challenging for me at the time. And after building my Lightning the other week, which you may have seen, I decided that I wanted to have a go at another twin-engined aircraft today. So this is the one that I've picked out. I've decided to just do another what's in the box for it for reasons, which I'll explain to you a little bit later. So let's just read out the historical facts that AIRFIX provide for us on the instruction sheet. So, designed from the outset as a long-range heavy fighter or Zerstorer, the BF110 was a radical departure from the norm of aviation thinking in the 1930s. Its twin-engine, two-seat layout was a world away from the small and lightweight 109 and Spitfire prototypes. Its role was different, however. Designed to either escort or intercept bombers over long distances, the 110 was designed to accompany Germany's new form of fast-moving warfare, blitzkrieg. Entering service on the eve of the Second World War, it acquitted itself well in the skies above Poland and France, able to use its speed to outclimb or outpace its slower attackers. However, over southern England in 1940, the 110 suffered badly at the hands of the RAF. It was not manoeuvrable enough to escape the RAF's fighters, so was moved to other tasks. It continued to serve the Luftwaffe well as a fast fighter bomber or a jabot, and it excelled as a night fighter, becoming feared amongst RAF aircrews, serving on all major German fronts from the east to the western desert. Despite its flaws, the 110 remained in use throughout the Second World War. So we're going to have a quick look at the instructions, and they're pretty standard. Let's just zoom out a little bit. They're pretty standard. Basically, we're going to put our pilots together. We're going to assemble our cockpit, and then we're going to move on to the main fuselage section in section 9. Oops. Then we're going to attach our our fuselage to our main wing. We're going to put the top surfaces of the wings on. Then we're going to start attacking some air intakes and some smaller parts. There's not much going on in these, so it's pretty easy to follow. Looks like here we're going to be attacking the tailplane, putting on the twin rudders, the nose cone with its quadruple machine gun. Moving on to section 18, it's starting to look a little bit more like an aircraft, and we're going to start putting our undercarriage and the undercarriage doors on. And we're going to put some wheels on. Move on to the engine nacelles here in sections 19 to 22. 23, we're going to put the tail wheel and the radio aerial on. Gee, there is a lot. 24 to 28, we're going to be putting some small parts on. Again, we're putting our rear-facing machine gun on. 29, we're going to move on to these auxiliary drop tanks. Different types of auxiliary drop tanks here. We've got some bombs that we can put on as an option as well. These are actually question marks, so they're sort of either or decisions you need to make up prior. And then we're going to move on to hopefully having something like this, and we're going to look at the splinter pattern diagrams for painting it up. Now, the reason I'm actually redoing this is because I become quite like to engaging with you guys and kind of taking advice and listening to what you want. So what I want to do is, there's two options for paint schemes, which come with some quite interesting decals. So basically, I'm going to build the plane over the next few days. We might not get to paint it until I'm next week, but when I come to paint it, I'm going to let you pick how we paint it. So the first option we've got here is for the C2 6 Staffel Zerstorer Geschwader 76 Northern France in 1940. And this is the standard sort of green and green with slate grey undersides for an 110 of that time in northern France. The The second option we have is for 2nd Schnell Kampfgeschwader 210 Operation Barbarossa Eastern Front 1941. And again, this has the standard splinter design, but this time it's been done in a slate grey with US light green 117, and then it's having a light dusting of white to obviously symbolise the fact that this is during the winter period. So the main fuselage and engine nacelles and the tail are done in white, and the wings are left with their splinter pattern. So basically what I want you guys to do is to put a comment in the comments bar and just say Northern France or Barbarossa, and whichever one wins, well, that's how we're going to paint it up. So as far as the actual decals are concerned, I'll move on to the sprues in a second. We've actually got this shark's teeth motif for the front, which is the Northern France decal set, and then we have this either this wasp or this hornet, which is for Operation Barbarossa. So I mean, honestly, I'm really not that bothered which one we do, because they're both quite interesting. Obviously there's some slight difference and variations on which crosses we use and all the other bits and bobs, but there we go. So it's either going to be this one with the shark's teeth, which is on the picture here, or we're going to put this hornet on. So moving on to the actual sprues. Like I said, I did actually kind of half think about doing this one prior. So basically some of the parts are off the sprue. Excuse my nails, I've been digging in the garden today. So this is the underwing section. As we can see, as per standard AIRFIX, it's quite nicely detailed. We've got lots of panel lines, and we've got some access points here for refueling, I think. We've got 2 of these fuselage sections. Again, lots of nice panel lines, little access hatch here. It does need a little bit of attention because where I've cut it off is not great. We've got the upper section of the wing. Again, we've got access points for, I'm guessing, refueling. Nice indented panel lines, nice indents on the ailerons. All looking pretty good. We've actually got a Brucey bonus with this one, as we've got a couple of pilots to come with it. So we're going to paint those up first. The engine nacelles and the nose I've already taken off as well. I need to give them a little bit of a file. I'll do that after I've done my nails. We've got the rudder, we've got the tailplane and the rudders off, and here is our glazed cockpit cover. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with that as usual. I really don't like doing cockpit covers, but there we go. Onto the sprues, well, the parts that are left on the sprues. What we have here are, these are the internal workings of the bays for the undercarriage. They go inside the engine nacelles. We've got some 4 exhausts for the engine. There's our spinners, the wheels. Again, we've got some nice detail on here. I kind of like this. I've seen this on an AIRFIX one before, where they actually represent the wheel at sort of a park status, so it's slightly deflated or slightly flattened out. So obviously that's the bottom part of that's where the wheel sits, basically. We've got a couple of propellers here. Here we have the doors for our undercarriage. There's our undercarriage itself. That's more of the undercarriage there. This is the floor section for our cockpit. Obviously we've got some parts removed, and this second sprue deals mainly with armaments. So we've got some auxiliary drop tanks and a selection of bombs, and I think these are auxiliary fuel tanks as well. So obviously there's options on what we can and we can't do here, and what we can put and we can't put. So we'll make a decision depending on sort of what it says in the instructions. So there we go. Here's a nice little opportunity for you to get involved. Please do put your request in the comments bar. Shark's Teeth and Northern France 1940, or Hornet and Operation Barbarossa 1940, with some white to represent the environment. So thanks for watching. Those of you that were expecting a kit review from my model haul, haven't forgotten. I'll be doing the Hetzer and uploading that later on this evening, though it probably won't be available until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It might be available at 10 o'clock depending on how I feel and how I get on with this other kit. So we'll be continuing with the haul unboxing, and when we've done the Hetzer, we're going to move on to doing a kit review of this rather nice ICM World War II Red Army rocket and artillery set with the wagons. So they're the next two things that we're going to be coming up, and obviously we're going to try and build this BF110 as well. So thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and join me for my novice model building ride. Be seeing you.